Hello everyone, I'm Carla, and welcome to my first YouTube video and book review. I'm actually filming this at, I think it's already past 1 o'clock. It's definitely 2 something, and I'm drinking coffee, and I'm doing this because I don't want to procrastinate, because if I do not do it today, I will not do it ever this week. So here I am. For the sake of actually, first of all, hello. Happy Halloween. I actually went to haunted houses today, and there's this place called Fright Night here where I live, and I brought my little brother with me to see and go to this haunted houses, and I screamed and was spooked the whole time, because I like to think of myself as a brave person, and I am in other ways, but when it comes to haunted houses and anything scary like ghosts and horror movies, I am not the gal, you know. I just do not like anything scary. But for the sake of this special event, Halloween, I want to I'm gonna talk about Agatha Christie and the ABC murders. And so yeah. So who is Agatha Christie? First off, if you don't know who Agatha Christie is, you are living under a rock, because she is very well published and very well known, and she is actually the queen of mystery. If you can see it, the queen of mystery. So she writes mostly mystery stories, and this one, the ABC Murder, is also is one of her mystery books. And what I like about Agatha Christie is her in her stories, like, some of the characters reappear in some of her stories. For instance, the main character in this story, Hercule Poirot, if I don't know if I pronounced that right, and I really tried. If you are French, comment down below to how to pronounce his name properly in French, because I really want to get it right. And fun fact about Agatha Christie, which I already mentioned, that she's a very well-known mystery author. Aside from that, she is the most widely published author of all time, outsold only by the Bible and Shakespeare. She have sold more than 1 billion copies in English, and another billion in 100 foreign languages. Wow, that's a lot of books sold. Not 1 million, 1 billion. That tells you a lot about her, and indeed, she is a great writer. She died in 1976. So, an overview of a quick summary of the ABC murders is that, okay, so before the first murder happened, Hercule Poirot was actually already retired and when the first murder happened, and the first victim was Mrs. Archer, and there is a pattern in this. The reason why it's called the ABC murders, because the murderer would kill would kill in order, which is the alphabetical order. So Mrs. Archer was the first victim, and so when that happened, Poirot was hired to take the case and solve the ABC murders. Well, before it was called the ABC murders, it was just called just one of those murder case. But the murderer himself wanted Poirot to take the case and chase after him, and he would send out after his first murder, he sent out a letter to Poirot, actually, saying, "Oh, hello," telling him how much he admires him, yada yada. And it seems like the murderer knows a lot about Poirot, and that's probably why he wants Poirot to take the case and find him. And at first, Poirot was hesitant because he's retired, and dude was just trying to chill and maybe travel somewhere, I don't know, somewhere outside of Europe, because this actually took place in London. And so he took the case, and the very interesting thing about this ABC murder is that he would send a letter in advance before his next killing, and would let Poirot know where exactly it would take place and who is the next victim, who is going to be the next victim. He doesn't say exactly who, the name of the victim, but would suggest that, oh, it's gonna start with letter B. And I thought that was really bold of him to write a letter and tell Poirot where the murder is gonna take place. What are you trying to get caught? It almost seems like he wants Poirot, he wants to get caught. He's cocky. He doesn't think, I mean, he knows that Poirot is a very good detective and a very well-known detective, but I guess he doesn't feel like he's gonna get caught by Poirot, because he would would tell him like where to go, or maybe it could be just like his way to distract him and actually kill someone in a different place. But he actually did kill these people exactly where he told Peru where the murder is gonna take place. So I'm like, wow, we have a very cocky murderer here. And at first everything was like flawless, and nothing, like there was no evidence left behind, aside from which was the ABC murderer's signature move is that he would leave a train ticket next to his victim's dead body. And yeah, at first Peru, excuse me, I have a hiccup. First Peru didn't think of it that much, because it was like, oh, maybe this is just a random train ticket, and this lady, Mrs. Archer, who was the first victim, you know, like went somewhere and came back, and boom, she's killed. And so he thought at first like, oh, maybe this is just a coincidence. But then the train ticket appeared again. Well, it's not the same ticket, but all train tickets they're all like the same. They look identical. So and it would say like ABC on the train ticket, and on the the more the murderer feels like he's not gonna caught, the more he became careless. And so like what I mean by that is that the more he cared about like the details of the murder and which help Peru a lot, because the murderer, as he became more careless, the more he lives out clues for Peru to find and use to find this murderer. And so, like I said, he would send out a letter to Peru ahead of time before his next killing, and actually the more the murderer got cocky, because like after the second kill, Peru almost got him, but there's a plot twist. But I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to spoil the book, because I want you guys to read the book yourself and, you know, feel the thrill on your own. And so the more the murderer became careless, and cockier, he which was his downfall actually, he got caught finally at on his third kill, which stopped at C, because he goes by the alphabetical order. And I guess if Peru didn't find him, or find him and or caught him, he would probably will probably go through the whole entire alphabetical order, and that's a lot of kills. So yeah, he got caught at at sea, and I mean, honestly, if Peru didn't caught him at on his third kill, I don't think he would be able to kill that much anyway. I feel like, or I think Peru would still caught him sooner, because that's how smart Peru is. I mean, he's the best detective. I mean, like, why would this ABC murderer would want Peru to take the case if he doesn't think he's that good? Like, I think, well, he definitely purposely wanted Peru to take his case and chase after him, which tells me that this murderer is a fan of Peru and definitely have been watching him, and and wanted to test his skills, I guess. So definitely a good read. I love this book. I remember reading this. I read this summer, but since it's Halloween, I wanted to do a book review on a book that that's spooky, because again, it's Halloween. And so yeah, that's the ABC Murders. I like it. I mean, like I said, like I don't like scary stuff, but I can definitely take mystery books, thriller books, suspense book. I prefer books over anything, in terms of like, if I were to watch something scary, or like, I'd rather read it than watch it. But there is actually a show. They turned this into a show. I don't know if I mentioned it, but if I did not, here it is. It is only available on Amazon Prime Video, and yes, unfortunately, you have to pay to watch it, but I think it's really worth it. But I suggest reading the book first, because movies tend to cut a lot of parts in the book, parts of the book, and I don't really like that, because I like to know the whole story, and it's just so different. And I've actually seen the show, and yes, definitely it's not completely different. Like, I expected, I vision it differently in my head, and when I watch it, oh, okay, but it's still really great. Definitely should watch, but again, I suggest reading the book first, because like I said, movies cut some parts of the book. And so yeah, comment down below if you have read some of Agatha Christie's books, or if you like Agatha Christie books, and tell me why you like her. If I were to rate this book, actually, I forget to do this, I would probably give this an 8. I love it, but I don't think it's a 10. That's just my opinion. Just because, I mean, it's probably because like this is the one of the first mystery books that I've read. Well, actually, this is my first mystery book that I've read, or not. But I can't remember exactly what other mystery books I've read, and I don't really have anything to compare it to yet. I guess other than, oh, actually, the Murder on the Orient Express, which is also like written by Agatha Christie, and that, my friends, is a 10. Murder on the Orient Express is definitely a 10. And there's actually a movie on it too. So, and I really love Murder on the Orient Express. But yeah, this is an 8. But again, like, just because it's an 8, I mean, it's just a number, but it's still a really great mystery book. And definitely highly suggest reading it. Like any other YouTubers, give this a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Like I said, comment down below if you have read Agatha Christie, or or you like her books, and tell me what you like about her. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more content. And so, see you on my next review. And again, happy Halloween, and ciao.